Okay. Pardon me, folks. Hopefully you can see me. There's just natural light, so I have to apologize. Be sure to join the Discord down in the description box below. You will definitely hear some echoing and all of that, but let me try to address this lighting situation. Anyway, so there's going to be a couple of different things. One, the little area I need to look at is there. It's not the other way around, which is going to mess with me. So if you catch me not looking directly at you, it's because my normal position is different. For two, the echo is because I'm actually in the production studio, and the girls just now closed the door for me. I'm in the production studio, which is downtown, downtown Tacoma. So you're going to hear an echo in here because we don't have a lot of stuff in here yet. We have quite a bit of molds. We have a table, a chair, obviously. We have a bunch of other stuff, a few molds, and technically we could be up and running at this point in time. However, there's a lot of other stuff that we need to do. Yeah, I've already done that part. Do that, and that's done. Sorry. So I'm here and I'm doing work because I've moved some stuff around, set some stuff up, but also I'm doing work. Drinking out of my cup we normally give the kids when they're drinking juice, but I was tired, so I needed something to drink. But anyway, this video is not about any of those things, right? It's not about that. It's not about my hydration or the production studio. So I was going to say, if you hear the echo, it's due to the fact I'm in a new location. So I apologize. I've turned the fan off so there won't be any sort of extra stuff. Yeah, so that's just kind of that. But wanted to talk about this one particular issue. Someone had a Ask HershNoeie, and it was one that was fairly decent. And they had said something about, let me find it exactly. They wanted to know about how to go about actually purchasing a home when you've been outbid. Okay, so hey Hirsch, I've actually been looking for a home in the area for quite some time, and we are pretty much out of luck. They go on to say that we have spent literally all of our money trying to rent a place here, and at this point in time, it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to afford a home. We are committed to Tacoma because my husband just got a job here, but it seems like an apartment is going to be it. What other solutions are there? We are out of money at this point in time, and also getting an approval for a home is almost impossible. A couple of years back, we were able to get a pre-approval letter. Now, we're not able to even get a pre-approval letter, even though our situation in terms of finances is better. Why is there such a huge shift? You would think with the lower interest rates that there would be an easier time for us to purchase a home. Help us with any sort of information that you have. I appreciate the question, and I do understand how difficult it can be. And it sucks that there's such a it almost is an impossible situation. Someone from the Discord made a post that was talking about how the commodities market is going up. And for people who don't understand, commodities are everything that range from pork bellies to wood and all these other things. And so lumber prices are going down, which is great because that helps ease some of the burden and some of the cost. But one of the things with home construction is that prices pretty much kind of stay where they are, because contractors and developers kind of want to stay at that same market point, that same price point. They may lower prices some. So in other words, if it costs, because of the hike in lumber, let's say it costs an extra $80,000, or let's say $40,000 to build, the contractor will still kind of keep it in that neighborhood and maybe say $30,000 extra than what would normally be the case. And they would basically just absorb that because they're wanting to make a little more money. And the consumer, the buying market, is not going to know any difference, right? You're not going to have access to that information. Contractors buy in bulk, so they get major discounts when they go and pick up lumber or supplies or what have you. So you're not going to know the difference necessarily. And so I don't think that just because the lumber prices are going down, it's going to really make a huge difference at the end of the day when you're buying a home. Now, it will definitely help when you're doing remodels on your own home, like little small things, small fixes. It will help with developers' bottom line, so they're not spending so much money. Sorry if this is going in and out. It's going to do that. It's trying to find the right lighting. It's just going to be that way here. But developers and contractors, it's going to lower their bills, so they're going to be able to do a whole lot more. So that's a good thing. But ultimately, this is kind of where we are. Hold on one second. Let me try something. Okay, so I turned the light on in here. There's a light here, but the problem is right up here that you can kind of see this wood here. They built this little loft space. So it's big enough for a person to lay down up there, but I don't trust it. So I'm not going to go up there. But anyway, we've got like some small stuff up there. I got this light on, and we also have the light on in the small space. This is not a very big studio space, right? It just isn't. But it's big enough for our production studio and allow us to put our molds in a different space. But anyway, with that light on right there, it doesn't do much because there's a shadow underneath. But anyway, sorry, tangent. Back to what I was saying. So that is where we are in terms of just homes and contractors and that type of thing, just an FYI. When it comes to your particular situation overall, it is a challenge. And one of the things that I think folks are running into is the fact that getting the approval is a lot harder. I remember when we were looking for homes, it was harder for a veteran because of the VA loans. And there were a lot of situations with that. I can't remember exactly what was going on, but it was challenging. We were running into the situation of cash only. And so you're right, the rates are low, but getting the approvals is really, really hard. And so that is why you want to have a few backup strategies. Unfortunately, the only thing, if I were in the circumstance, I would just get an apartment and literally work towards building up my credit as much as I possibly can, saving up as much money as I possibly can, and really focusing on what you're able to buy. There's a combination of a lot of different things here. So it could be that maybe you're trying to get too much house. I don't know. I don't know your circumstances. But if you are not really living within your means currently, or if you're trying to get a home that's going to make you live higher than your means, you're going to probably face that issue. I always tell people, I don't have the prettiest house in the world, right? There's a lot of things that are not beautiful about it. However, one of the key things that you want to do is, and I've always believed this, buy low and sell high. You don't want to buy high and then try to sell, because I am a big believer in fate. And one of the things that could easily happen is a economic downturn. Amazon could go flop. There could be a lot of things that can happen economically, and then your house is underwater. And so you don't want to really go down that road. There's a lot of homes here that are over, and I don't know how much you're wanting to spend, but there's a lot of homes here that are very, very expensive. And then you have those that are not so bad. And I would go towards the ones that are not so bad. I think a lot of people don't want to, either A, they don't have the money or the time or energy to put into remodeling a home, but I think you're going to be in a much better position if you do so. The areas that people tend to want to go to, which are going to be Proctor and Sixth Ave and all those places, they're nice, but they're very expensive and the supply is very limited. So it's even going to be harder to move into those areas. If you're able to, then great. But typically, it's going to be a challenge. I would say look outside of those key areas that most people are focusing on and give it a shot. See what you come up with, and then try to get the approval for that. Try to go for something that you can easily pay for twice. If you do that, then you're able to probably get the approval. You're probably going to run into a lot less headaches. It's still a challenging market, don't get me wrong, because just buying a home in general is stressful, but here it's really stressful. There have been a lot of people that have given up. There's been a lot of people coming to the forefront on this. So yeah, I would plan very well. Another thing too, there's a lot of rumors about, and I've said this before, about new companies coming to the city. That is very true. There are new things happening in Tacoma that are going to really change. And I know this because one of which I'm behind. But there's new things that are going to happen to Tacoma that's really going to make it a destination place. And so I think that I can tell you this, there's going to be more and more people that seek out Tacoma to live. And it's only going to get worse in terms of housing prices and the competition. So, unfortunately, you're in the situation that you're in, but I would go ahead and just get an apartment, the best one that you can find. Don't get something that's super expensive, but don't get something that you're going to regret. Try to save as much money as possible. Don't eat out. Save your money. Pay off all your debts if you can. Speak to a financial advisor because they can tell you the best strategies to get the biggest bang for your buck. If you're signing a lease, it's going to be probably for a year. Spend that year really building up your credit. In a year, things are going to be even worse. I get that, but you're going to be in a better position financially so that you're able to compete. So anyhow, I wish you the best of luck. Sorry that this is going the way that it is. Hope you guys join the Discord, which is going to be down in the description box below. Hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Friday, so I'm happy. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, I will see you. Take care.